everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be making this project here, but it will not look like this. What I've done is I've made all my projects out of craft cardstock beforehand just to make sure they're going to actually turn out and then I'm remaking them with colored paper, pattern paper, so that they actually look like something somebody would want to receive. So what we're going to start out with is a piece of 6.5 by 12 paper, and for this one, how I've envisioned on finishing it, we're going to have two strips. These are 3/4 of an inch by 12 inches long. This one here is 3/4 of an inch by 9 inches long. We're going to put a handle on it. This is trim for the top and the bottom of the box or bag, container, however you want to do it. I've already stamped my greeting for the front. I use this stamp right here. It's a wooden stamp I got from Hobby Lobby. It's a Hero Art stamp. It says happy birthday. It is stamped with rich razzleberry ink from Stampin' Up. I am not a Stampin' Up demonstrator, but I do like their inks, and so I have quite a few of them that I use. So that's what I've used here. We're going to put these extra trim pieces and so forth aside, grab our scoreboard, and what we're going to do is, if you have a certain way that your paper is going for this project, you'll want to make sure that the top of your paper is the 12-inch side. Alright, so when you turn it so that the 6-inch side is at the top of your scoreboard, the bottom of your paper is on the left-hand side, and we're going to score it 2 inches. Then we're going to move the bottom of the project to the top of the scoreboard. And now when we score, we're only going to score to the score line that we made previously. So we're going to start at 2 3/4, and we're just going to the score line and stopping. Same thing at 5 1/2, 8 1/4, and then lastly at 11 inches. Now the 11-inch score line, once I get to the score line that I would stop on, I'm going to very, very lightly just continue that score line so that I can match my sides up here in just a minute. This is not something you have to do, but for this project of only going to these score lines, it makes it a little bit easier to match things up if you gently do that score there. Okay, so this little rectangle on the bottom, we're going to cut it out. And then you have your 4 little blocks on the bottom for your bottom. We're going to burnish that part right there. And then you can either just cut up these score lines, or I'm going to, ever so slightly, just cut out the score lines. So on either side of the score line, I'm going to cut in at an angle so that when I bring my project together, there's no overage on the sides. Sometimes when they overlap at the bottom, they hang over, and that's no big deal. I mean, it still is a really cool project, but this just kind of eliminates that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to stick adhesive on the front side of this flap over here, and I'm going to use some 1/2 inch score tape. Place it right on that score line, just like that. And this is on the outside of the project. On the inside of the project, we're going to put adhesive so that the bottom flaps go down. And we want that to be on these 3 flaps here. And like I said, now we're on the inside of the project. So most of the time, if you have pattern paper or so forth, the white side is the inside. This is the colored paper, so it looks the same on both sides. Okay, so first we will take the adhesive off the side piece, and we're going to match that together. Now, the kind of thing I'm doing here with the trim We're gonna put it on next, I think. Let me see how we want to do that. So we're just matching everything up right now. Oh, we're gonna go ahead and finish it out, then we'll put the trim on. Okay, so with this, where we joined everything, that's the back. And you can tell that because the flap that has no adhesive is the back. So we're gonna fold it in first, then we fold our sides in second. Doesn't matter which one goes first, they just go in. And then the front flap will go last. And we'll just fold it down like that. Now you can take scissors or your ruler, something, and just kind of take it down and press so that all that adhesive, you can take, probably in this one, you can probably fit your hand down in there. And just make sure that is all together. Now, this, at this point you can decide how you want to do it. I will be honest with you, I tried it before and I put a topper on it and my topper was too small and I cut off the sides because I didn't think it was going to matter and it just did not work out. And there's no way in the world I would give it to anybody, so I got rid of that project. So what I thought was, because this is so wide and short, we would just turn it into like a basket. And that's why we have a handle. And then I thought we would put these trim pieces on there just to kind of give it some color. And I think it's going to look really, really nice. So let's do that. These pieces here, like I said, are 3/4 of an inch wide. And I have 2 strips that are 12 inches long. So we'll put adhesive on both of those. And this score tape is extremely sticky. So when it sticks, and I'm off my paper there, when it sticks, it really, really sticks. Okay. So let's just take one of these. They're the exact same, it doesn't matter. And we're going to line it up on the project. I'm going to start in the back, just like down here at the bottom in the middle. I'm just going to wrap this around. Just as simple as that. Like I said, sticky, sticky stuff. So you probably want to take your time and actually make sure that everything's matching up. Okay, so there's the bottom strip. And then now this will be the top. Let's see here. Do we want to put the handle on first? I think so. And then the strip will go over the handle. So this is the handle. Or do we want the handle to move? See, there's so many options. I want the handle to be able to move. So we're going to do the trim first. Okay. Just like as we did on the bottom, we're going to start in the middle of the back of the project. And just follow the top of the project with your trim piece. And there you go. Super duper cute. These colors are bright, but they look really cute together. I like that. Alright, so for the handle, what we'll do is I'm going to take my corner rounder here and I'm going to, if I can get it to work, it hasn't been working lately, so let's use this one. I don't know why it's not working. Alright. There's that one. We'll round the corners on this one. So it makes it like really, really rounded. And then what we'll do is, I have some brads right here. These are just the regular ones that you get like at Walmart, office supply store, whatever. And I'll tell you a little trick that I do with these. I attach a lot of things with just these, and then you can glue other things onto here, like any kind of embellishment, whether it's paper, a button, any other kind of little thing that you have. You know, you can just attach it to this with some glue, and I usually do it with hot glue. But so at this point, I'm just going to attach it with these. But if I choose to, before I give it away, if I want to do something else to it, then I can always glue something to that. Alrighty, So now what we'll do is we'll just kind of eyeball this side over here in the middle of that trim and punch a hole. We're going to go to this side over here, do the exact same thing and punch a hole. And let's see here. We got to do it to our pieces. So our handles will, you want to make sure you have enough, you go up enough to where you're not, you know, right on the edge. Perfect. Okay. So now we'll put the brad through the handle piece, and then I'll put it through one side. Maybe. Just like that. Go ahead and do that fastener part. And we'll do the same thing to this side. I like this so much better than that first project. This was just way too wide at the top to do like a pinch closure. So this is very, very nice. I like this. So like I said, I made all these projects ahead of time, but I didn't finish them out or embellish them or anything. So, okay, so there's your little handle in your basket. That's so cute. So if you use certain kind of pattern paper or like an Easter time or whatever, and this is with a 6x12 piece of paper, so if you had a 12x12 piece, you could get 2 of these baskets out of 1 piece of paper, so that's super cute. I'm going to attach my sentiment, my greeting, onto my basket. And this is a birthday basket. So we'll just take this backing off. I've used the same purple paper and made a mat for my greeting. We'll just stick that on there like that. And my stamp, I don't know what, if it's my stamp or my paper, if my stamp is smearing, but it's alright. Now I'm going to take this foam tape and I'm going to place it on the back of that greeting. And this stuff actually tears really easy too. I really, really like it. I like it so much. I mean, I have those little dimensional squares and so forth, but when I'm doing a bigger piece and I can use the foam tape, I will do it. Now, I probably got a little too close to the edge over here because you don't want the foam tape to be sticking out. That doesn't look good. So if you just get it close to the edge, it doesn't have to go right up to the edge. And it's very, very sticky as well. I just ripped the backing, so let's pick it up again. There we go. I'll just kind of roll that back a little bit. Okay, so we'll take our greeting and we'll just kind of, it's a big greeting, we'll center it up on there and puff it out. So it's a little happy birthday box. That is adorable. I love it. Definitely make it into a basket instead of a pinch top because it works out so much better that way. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.